Okay, so in the previous session, we were talking about the concept of business, wherein we understood what is business. We also understood what are the different features of business. One basic thing that we understood was that business is basically dealing into the activities for making the profits. We understood that they are dealing into goods and services. They are producing some goods and services. They are dealing into goods and services. There is an exchange of goods and services. Three things that we had talked about. There has to be two parties in that. In case of business, there has to be the non-qualified person or qualified person. That doesn't make any difference. There's no qualification required for carrying out a business activity. But there is a huge amount of risk involved. We need to worry about the consumer protection. We have to worry about the consumer satisfaction, if not protection. So these are the various things that we had talked about when it came to the business. Now, when I'm talking about a profession is basically something in which I have professed. I have got the education into. I have got the experience of. And if I'm carrying out the activities in the same sector in which I have got the expertise, in which I have got the experience, in which I have got the qualification, in that case, I will be called as a professional, and the activity that I'll be conducting will be called as my profession. Like, based on my past so many years experience, I started teaching in the year 2002, officially, formally. Actually, आपको सच बताऊं, मैंने मेरी लाइफ का पहला जो लेक्चर लिया था वो था 5th स्टैंडर्ड, नहीं 6th स्टैंडर्ड में. I was in 6th standard, and at that time in our school, on the eve of Teachers' Day, they had conducted something called as Swayam Swayat Divas, that is self-teaching day, wherein all the students had become the teachers. तो उस दिन पे मैंने पहला सेशन लिया. I got the consolation prize for that also. और उसके बाद there was this opportunity that I got in my 9th standard, wherein I had to teach grammar or teach English, some part of English, to the student of 11th standard. और मेरी इंग्लिश उतनी अच्छी नहीं थी. I was not the English speaking guy. I was not a student who had the background of English, not at all. Very seriously telling you this. When I had come to Pune, I do remember those days, 1998 I had come to Pune, और उस समय पे हमारे सामने ऐसे कुछ स्टूडेंट्स जो पुणे के होते थे प्रॉपर, वो ऐसे फटाफट इंग्लिश में बात करते थे और हम लोग ऐसे देखते रह जाते थे. बहुत इंग्लिश बात कर रहे हो. And if I would speak even a single statement without making the grammatical mistake, if at all, then on that date my caller would be, today I spoke English, you know. I can't speak English. This is what used to happen. And on top of that, I'll tell you, when it came to the real life practice, मैंने कभी इंग्लिश बात ही नहीं की. मेरे पास जितने भी क्लाइंट आते थे सारे हिंदी में बात करते. मैं किसी क्लाइंट के सामने इंग्लिश में बात करने की कोशिश करता, सामने वाले को लगता था इसका नक चढ़ा हुआ है. So this used to happen. But seriously कहूं, मेरे लिए इंग्लिश में बात करना बड़ी दिक्कत वाली बात थी. पर आज अगर कोई कह देना, Mr. Manish Tardeja, you have to speak for 3 hours without stopping or without speaking a single word other than English, I would be able to do it. इस तरह की सिचुएशन मेरे साथ आई थी जब मैं गोवा गया था. गोवा कुछ सेमिनार लेने गया था, घूमने नहीं. गोवा लोग पढ़ाने भी जाते हैं, जिसमें मैं भी था एक. तो मैं गोवा गया था सेशन लेने के लिए और लगभग 5.5-6 घंटे पढ़ाया था मैंने. एंड 6 घंटे के लेक्चर में I must have spoken for what? 4 or 5 minutes in Hindi in the total aggregate of my speech. The rest all was absolutely in English because Goa and us, we have the different language. So we cannot speak Hindi or Marathi there. You have no option but to speak in English. So that happened at there. Well, any which ways. तो ऑफिशियली फॉर्मली मैंने पढ़ाना चालू किया 2002 में. हम लोग हैं अब 2020 पे, जो हमारे लिए 0 ईयर है. मैंने तो डिलीट कर दिया, 2020 हमारे लिए था ही नहीं, 2021 ही गिनता हूं मैं डायरेक्टली. तो 18 years of experience. In these 18 years of experience, now I've understood how to deal with the students, how to talk to the students, what kind of things that the students require, what kind of information that I'm supposed to give to them. So what I've done, I have professed in that particular activity of teaching. So as a teacher, I will become now a professional. I'll be called as a professional teacher. Why professional teacher? Because I'm teaching on professional basis and not as an employee. All right. So teaching becomes my profession and teacher is what you call as a professional. Technically speaking, I am a chartered accountant. I'm a qualified chartered accountant. जिसका सीए फाइनल कंप्लीट हो चुका है, जिसकी आर्टिकलशिप हो चुकी है. क्योंकि ऐसे सवाल मेरे सामने कई बार आए थे. बंदे आते थे, मैं किसी को भी कहता था, आज से कुछ 10-12 साल पहले की बात है, मैं अगर किसी को कह देता था ना दैट आई एम अ चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट, लोगों को भरोसा ही नहीं होता था. क्यों? तो मैं आज की तारीख से लगभग 15 मतलब एक 20 किलो कम लगता था. माय हाईएस्ट वेट यूज्ड टू बी अराउंड 51-52. अब इस वेट रेंज में लोगों को भरोसा ही नहीं आता था कि ये सीए दिखता भी है. और उसमें मैं लोगों को पढ़ाने जाता था, मेरे से बड़े बड़े कद वाले लोगों को पढ़ा के आता था मैं. तो when this was the situation, at that time I qualified as a chartered accountant. I've got the degree of chartered accountancy. I've got a certificate of being a chartered accountant. So even I'm a chartered accountant professional. Chartered accountancy is my profession, and being a chartered accountant, I'll be called as a professional. So simple, you must have understood in this, that when it comes to a professional, there has to be a specific qualification or a specific kind of experience for one to be called as the respective professional. So profession is that part of economic activity under which a person uses his educational knowledge and spatial skills to render services for earning some income. These days, I'm imparting education for making my bread and butter and sometimes chicken. So in that case, teaching will become my profession because I am providing you my specialized skills against which you people are paying the fees to me. And therefore, this particular activity, the exchange of my service to you, will be called as my profession. However, अगर टेक्निकली सीखोगे तो प्रोफेशनल मतलब सिर्फ और सिर्फ डॉक्टर, चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट, आर्किटेक्ट, लॉयर, कंपनी सेक्रेटरी, मेड बी द वकील हो गया, लॉयर तो आ गया ऑलरेडी. सो दीज ऑल पीपल आर द प्रोफेशनल्स. हाँ, इंजीनियर इज ऑल्सो अ प्रोफेशनल because they are qualified in their segment and they are carrying out the same activity. All right. What is the aim of being into a profession? Of course, to make money. बाप बड़ा ना भैया, सबसे बड़ा रुपया. तुम लोगों को मैंने कहा सुबह आके बैठो, तुम सुबह आके बैठे थे. शाम को आके बैठो, शाम को आके बैठे हो. क्यों बैठे हो? भाई पढ़ाई करनी है. क्यों पढ़ाई करनी है? भाई करियर बनाना है. करियर क्यों बनाना है? भाई पैसा कमाना है. अल्टीमेट इज व्हाट? पैसा कमाना है. कोई भी बंदा आके ये नहीं बोलता है सर मैंने सीए बनना है क्योंकि सीए बनने के बाद मेरे को अच्छी बीवी मिलेगी या सीए बनने के बाद मेरे को अच्छा पति मिलेगा. नो वन सेज समथिंग लाइक दैट. मैं सीए बनेगा तो मेरे को अच्छा खानदान मिलेगा. नो वन इज हैविंग दैट इंटरेस्ट. सबका इंटरेस्ट क्या है? मैं अगर एक प्रोफेशन कंप्लीट कर लेगा, एक पर्टिकुलर क्वालिफिकेशन में आ जाएगा, तो आई विल बी मेकिंग गुड अमाउंट ऑफ मनी. Isn't it? And that's what is the aim of even a profession. So every profession is practiced for earning money. Also, they render services to their clients and solve their respective problems in whichever segment that they talk about. There is a specific qualification required. So the second feature for a professional is that there is a requirement of qualification. A profession can be practiced only after acquiring required qualifications. Each profession has certain set of body of knowledge, like डॉक्टर को चीरफाड़ करते आना चाहिए, चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट को नंबर समझने आने चाहिए. If you take the example of a company secretary, he should be understanding how the company law has to be complied with. अगर आप लॉयर की बात कर रहे हैं तो उसको अच्छी तरह से झूठ बोलते आना चाहिए, I'm sorry, अच्छी तरह से केस प्रेजेंट करते आना चाहिए. So there are so many specific requirements or the specific set of body of knowledge which is required for the purpose of carrying out a particular profession. This knowledge has to be acquired only by systematic and formal training. That's why you go to the colleges, you attend the classes, you attend the courses for the purpose of getting that specific type of knowledge. One cannot practice a profession unless this knowledge is acquired. Like even MBA का अगर example ले लो, तो MBA as an MBA practice कर सकता है, as a consultant practice कर सकता है, पर उसके लिए वो पहले अपने पास MBA की डिग्री कमा लेता है. Then there are the financial returns, because what I am dealing into is something which is intangible. Intangible? Sir, what is this? Tangible means what? Something that you can see, something that you can touch, something you can feel. That is what we call as tangible. What is intangible then? Something that you cannot see, something that you cannot touch, but you can only feel it. That is what you call as intangible. Like घर में पापा की मार, tangible, माँ का प्यार, intangible, isn't it? So that way we are providing the services into our specific activities. That's why it is called as intangible. अब वो जो मैं intangible services provide कर रहा हूं, उसके against जिस भी व्यक्ति को मैंने वो सर्विसेज प्रोवाइड की, that person is going to pay me, and that payment we call as the financial returns for services. The professionals get fees in exchange of their services. The income received by professional is not fixed. क्यों not fixed? अब जब मैं CA as a CA प्रैक्टिस करता था, तो मैं किसी क्लाइंट को कहता था कि भाई तुम्हारा फीस 50,000 रुपए, कोई क्लाइंट को मैं कहता था भाई तुम्हारा फीस 10,000 रुपए. There were certain clients who won't pay me the fee. There were certain clients who were paying me the fee of only 1,000. Why? Because depending upon the nature of services, depending upon the kind of services that I was providing, the fees was being charged. And that, अब जैसा ये प्रोडक्ट नहीं है, कोई पार्ले जी नहीं है, स्वाद बढ़ाए शक्ति बढ़ाए पार्ले जी. पार्ले जी में क्या होता है, आप पार्ले जी डीमार्ट से खरीद के आओ तो भी 5 रुपया, आप बिग बाजार से खरीद के आओ 5 रुपया, आप कहीं लोकल पर्सन से लेके आओ तो भी 5 रुपया. बट व्हेन इट कम्स टू अ प्रोफेशनल, अगर आप लोकल एरिया के डॉक्टर के पास जाते हो, कहता है 100 रुपया फीस है. अगर आप कोई स्पेशलिस्ट के पास जाते हो, कहता है 500 रुपए फीस है. अगर आप कोई सुपर स्पेशलिस्ट के पास जाते हो, कहता है 1500 रुपए फीस है. सर्विसेज तो सेम दे रहे. सब लोग सिर्फ आपकी डिसीज डायग्नोसिस करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं और उसके अगेंस्ट आपको ट्रीटमेंट देने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं. बट व्हाई दे ऑल आर चार्जिंग द सेपरेट फीस, डिफरेंट फीस, इज बिकॉज दे हैव the different level of expertise, the different level of knowledge, and that's why they are charging the different kind of returns also, isn't it? A working chartered accountant gets salaries, but those who practice privately got called as self-employed get the fees in return. The capital which is required for a person who is into profession will be comparatively higher as compared to an employee. So if as a chartered accountant I am working under some company, I don't require the capital. पैसा लगता ही नहीं है, मैं खुद ही capital. But when it comes to a professional, he'll be required to set up an office. He'll be required to put up the furniture in that. He'll be required to put up the infrastructure. He'll be required to put up the employees there. He'll be required to pay the salaries to them, electricity bill, maintenance, transport, traveling, petrol, diesel, painting, etc., etc., etc. So there's a more funds required for a professional as compared to an employee. However, generally, as compared to a business, he'll be requiring lesser capital. क्यों? क्योंकि बिजनेस के केस में आप जिन गुड्स में डील कर रहे हो उन गुड्स में भी तो आपको पैसा देना पड़ता है ना. That's why for the businesses you require more capital, for profession comparatively lesser capital, and for services no capital, for employees no capital. Profession can be practiced independently or professionals accept a job in an organization. Independent practicing professional requires huge capital. This is a relative concept. What is huge? For setting is practice. क्योंकि एज ए चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट मैंने जब प्रैक्टिस चालू की थी, जब एकदम शोशा वाला फर्नीचर बनाया था, तो मुझे सब मिला के 3 लाख रुपए का खर्चा आया था. वही अगर मैंने बेसिक फर्नीचर बनाया होता तो 2 लाख रुपए में काम हो जाता. वही मैं किसी और चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट के ऑफिस में गया, उसने कुछ 25 लाख रुपए फर्नीचर पे खर्च कर दिया. तो इट डिपेंड्स. That huge capital is a relative concept. For setting his practice, it differs from profession to profession. जैसा काम, जैसा शोशा, वैसा इन्वेस्टमेंट लगेगा. समझ रहे हैं या नहीं? Am I going good for everyone? Can you people raise hand for me? Only raise the hand, don't raise your hand. नहीं तो मैंने यहां से कहा you raise your hand और उधर घर पे चाकू निकाल के कट. Master said you raise your hand and I raised it. हाँ, वैसा कुछ मत करना, तुम्हारे घर वाले मेरे पास आ जाएंगे. Alright, हाँ, lower your hands now. The next point, that is, there is a registration required in certain professions. Like if you take the example of architects, if you take the example of chartered accountants, if you take the example of company secretary, lawyers, there is the specific requirement of getting them registered with the respective bodies who are regulating them. They're not controlling them. Please understand, there is a difference between regulation and control. They're not interested to control, they are only interested to regulate. Some professions have a council which regulates the activities of professionals. These professionals have to register themselves with their respective council and get certificate of practice. That is Bar Council of India for lawyers, ICAI for chartered accountants, Indian Medical Association for doctors. Like if you take the example, अगर मुझे मेरे नाम के पहले CA ये 2 अल्फाबेट लगाने हैं, so for that purpose, I will mandatorily be required to get myself registered with the ICAI. I need to take 2 certificates from the ICAI called as Certificate of Membership and Certificate of Practice. Certificate of Membership for the purpose of saying that I am a member of ICAI. So I can use CA as the term. After completing CA course, of course, उसके पहले नहीं. And second, certificate of practice if I want to work as a self-employed professional. अगर मुझे CA का ही practice continue करना होता तो I would have had the certificate of practice जो कि मैंने 2010 में surrender कर दिया. Till 2010 I was holding certificate of practice, but 2010 में मैंने surrender कर दिया क्योंकि मैं full time coaching में आ गया. और जब मैं फुल टाइम कोचिंग में आया तो मुझे समझ आया कि यहां से अगर समय नहीं मिलना तो मैं प्रैक्टिस कब करेगा. राइट. द कोड ऑफ कंडक्ट मेंशन्ड बाय देयर रिस्पेक्टिव काउंसिल्स मस्ट बी स्ट्रिक्टली फॉलोड बाय एवरी प्रोफेशनल. Every practicing professional has to acquire the membership from the respective council. Like you and me, you will be, and I have already had. Very important, it is non-transferable activity. नॉन ट्रांसफरेबल मतलब क्या? डॉक्टर का बेटा अगर डॉक्टर नहीं बना तो डॉक्टर की प्रोफेशन बेटे को ट्रांसफर नहीं हो सकती है. मैं चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट हूं, मैं टीचर हूं, मेरे 2 बेटे हैं, मैं ऐसा नहीं कह सकता हूं कि टीचिंग प्रोफेशन एक बेटे को मैं सुपुर्द करता हूं और चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंसी प्रोफेशन दूसरे बेटे को सुपुर्द करता हूं. आई कैन नॉट. If at all I want to transfer this, then they also need to be chartered accountant or the good teachers. Otherwise, they won't be able to carry out my activity. मैं है तब तक मेरी एक्टिविटी चलेगी, उसके बाद बंद. पर यही अगर बिजनेस होता तो मेरे पास है एक बिजनेस, my wife runs a business. So in that case, we don't have any problem. Whether we are continuing with that business activity or not, we can just transfer it to someone else. It can be succeeded by our children. There is no restriction on that front. Because business में तो ये नहीं कहा था ना कि business के लिए पहले तुमको expertise MBA वगैरह करके आना पड़ेगा, उसके बाद तुम तुम्हारा business कर पाओगे. No. When you continue with your business, you can without having any specific qualification. So that's the difference between the two. Profession cannot be transferred to another person on the will of professional. A doctor cannot transfer his medical practice to his son or daughter who has not completed the concerned medical education. नहीं तो डॉक्टर अपने बेटे को लेके जाएगा कि इसको चीरफाड़ करने को अच्छे से आता है, तो वो चीरफाड़ करने, चल बेटा तू भी पेट काट, मैं भी पेट काटता है, देख ढूंढते अंदर क्या है. Right? So don't do something like that. With due respect to all the people who are doctors in the current scenario, वही है जो हमको बचा के रखे हुए हैं. The nature of work is quite professional. You need the specific kind of expertise for against which you are providing those services. Designing मेरे को भी करने को आता है, but architect के पास extra दिमाग होता है. Architect को पता होता है कि मैं जगह कहाँ बचा सकता है, कहाँ बढ़ा सकता है. Architect को पता होता है कि मैंने कहाँ कौन सी aesthetics डालने चाहिए ताकि वो उसका look अच्छा हो जाएगा. Why? Because that person has become expert in that. And that is what we require. The nature of work is more professional and providing the expert services. So these are the various features of the concept called as profession. Let me directly come ahead and talk about the employment, the third part of our economic activity. Why third part of the economic activity? Because first two were related to dealing with the goods, dealing with the services, but this part is more controlled kind of part. हम लोग एम्प्लॉयमेंट की बात कर रहे हैं. यहां बंदा इन्वेस्टमेंट कुछ नहीं करता है, तो रिस्क भी कुछ नहीं होती है. इसको चाहे बिजनेस चले नहीं चले, पैसा मिलने वाला है. So that's what is the concept of employment. Now within employment, remember one thing, that because your responsibilities are lesser, so even the monetary returns are also restricted. All right. What is the, it is an economic activity in which people work for others, controlled है. There is employer-employee relationship. Employer is the person who offers the job and the person who accepts the job is employee. The remuneration and terms and conditions are agreed by both of them. There is a mutual agreement. हालांकि mutual agreement मतलब वो मियाँ बीवी वाली relationship है, जिसमें बीवी बात करती है और मियाँ हाँ बोलते हैं. So that's the kind of concept. मेरे तो experience के बोल है, क्या बात कर रहे हो? लगभग नहीं सच वाला 17 साल का एक्सपीरियंस है मेरा, पर्सनल वाला. आपको भी होगा, आपके पेरेंट्स को देख के आपका पर्सनल वाला नहीं होगा. हर एक्सपीरियंस हमने खुद लेना चाहिए ऐसा भी जरूरी नहीं है ना. But anyways, तो एम्प्लॉयर एम्प्लॉय वाला रिलेशन भी ऐसा ही होता है. साक्षी अब क्या बताऊं तेरे को, तू जाके पापा से बात कर, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Well, sarcasm apart, मजाक कर रहा हूं, तू एकदम सीरियसली मत ले. तो रिलेशन ऐसा है एम्प्लॉयर और एम्प्लॉय में. एम्प्लॉयर बोलता है, एम्प्लॉय सुनता है बेचारा. एम्प्लॉय कभी कभी रिमार्क डाल देता है और उसके ऊपर भी सुनता है. So that's the kind of situation. What is the aim of this particular activity? The first feature is what we have to talk about in the employer-employee relationship. Please do not try to misunderstand my statements. There are certain statements which I make in sarcasm, so you're not supposed to think negative for that, right? तो ऐसा होते रहना चाहिए, क्योंकि अदरवाइज अगर मैं एक ही टोन में तुमको सिर्फ स्टेटमेंट पढ़ के सुना के समझा दूंगा, so you people will stop coming and sitting to these kind of sessions, because mind well, my dear friends, होता क्या है पता है, वो मोनोटनी इज अ वेरी टफ टास्क टू हैंडल, यू नो. बहुत बोर हो जाएगा, और इतना बोर होएगा उसके बाद पानी भी नहीं आएगा. वो बोर हुआ तो पानी आता है ना बाहर. तो दैट्स व्हाई it's better to have some kind of different things in the class along with the subject. हाँ, कहीं अगर किसी को मन पे लग जाए कोई बात तो आप क्लियर कर देना. I don't have any kind of problem. I can just change myself at any point in time. I don't have any issue with that. What is the main aim of employment is to earn money and to meet the needs of employee as well as employer. एम्प्लॉयर को सर्विसेज प्रोवाइड कर रहा है, मतलब एम्प्लॉयर का काम हो रहा है. एम्प्लॉयर एम्प्लॉय को सैलरी दे रहा है, मतलब एम्प्लॉय का काम हो रहा है. राइट. ईच जॉब रिक्वायर्स सम क्वालिफिकेशन. skilled and unskilled or unskilled labor is required as per the nature of the job. अब कहीं कोई गौंडी काम चल रहा है. गौंडी काम मतलब वो जो रेती उठाते हैं, गिट्टी उठाते हैं, और वो जो कंस्ट्रक्शन वर्क्स में लगते हैं, दोज आर कॉल्ड एज गौंडी कामगार. अभी जो गौंडी कामगार हैं, इनके लिए कोई स्किल सेट की आवश्यकता नहीं है. they can just carry out the activity on their own. There is no problem at all. All right. So वहां कोई क्वालिफिकेशन की जरूरत नहीं है. पर अगर आपको आपका फाइनेंस मैनेज करवाना है, उसके लिए अगर आप एम्प्लॉय रख रहे हो, तो उसको एटलीस्ट फाइनेंस का नॉलेज तो होना जरूरी है. नहीं, उसको अकाउंटिंग का नॉलेज होना जरूरी है, उसको फाइनेंस का नॉलेज होना जरूरी है, फाइनेंशियल मैनेजमेंट का नॉलेज होना जरूरी है. So for that purpose, the qualification of an employee depends upon the nature of employment. There are the monetary returns in the form of wages, salaries, given to the wages और salaries. Wages और salaries में फर्क क्या होता है? जब बंदा पसीने वाला काम कर रहा होता है ना, मतलब दिहाड़ी मजदूरी, against that the amount that you pay is called as wages. The remuneration payable to an individual for carrying out the physical activities is called as wages, whereas the remuneration payable to a person for mental activities is salaries. लिखो लिखो लिखो, नोट लिखो, वहीं पे लिख लो. The remuneration to an employee for carrying out some physical activity is called as wages. Is called as wages. Next point. The remuneration to employee towards mental work is salaries. Am I right? So wages or salaries is given as financial return to employee after completion of work. The wages are decided in advance before appointment. The wages are paid daily or weekly, whereas salary is paid on a monthly basis. Along with salary, other benefits like bonus, quarters to stay, subsidized food in canteen, also given to the employees. Capital is not required, क्योंकि आप किसी और के लिए काम कर रहे हो, तो आपको खुद का पैसा लगाने की आवश्यकता नहीं. No capital is required for employment because employer invests and provides everything to the employees for completing the job. The registration is also generally not required when it comes to employment, जो कि प्रोफेशन में कंपलसरी था. But in case of employment, registration is not required. हाँ, नॉन एम्प्लॉयमेंट के लिए आपको रजिस्ट्रेशन करवाना होगा. मैं एक अनएम्प्लॉयड हूं, मैं एक बेरोजगार हूं, इसका आपको रजिस्ट्रेशन गवर्नमेंट के साथ करवाना होता है. बट एम्प्लॉयमेंट के लिए आपको रजिस्ट्रेशन करने की आवश्यकता नहीं है. Like in case of profession, even the employment cannot be transferred. मैं 4 दिन तक के ऑफिस नहीं जा पाएगा तो मेरी जगह मेरा बेटा जाएगा, अगर मैं एम्प्लॉय हूं तो. ऐसा नहीं चलता है. मेरा बेटा काम कर लेगा, ये कोई गली बॉय तो नहीं चल रहा है कि वो जो ड्राइवर है उसका पैर फ्रैक्चर हुआ तो ड्राइवर का बेटा गली बॉय वो जाके, क्या नाम था उसका, मुराद जाके गाड़ी चलाएगा मेरी गली में, गली में करेगा. नथिंग ऑफ दैट काइंड इज पॉसिबल. So there is no transferability. Employment cannot be transferred from one person to another. Like if a teacher retires, then he cannot transfer his job to his son or daughter. And the nature of work is that which has been given to you by the employer. Employer ने आपको जो काम कहा वो आपको complete करना पड़ेगा. Correct? Yes, no nepotism works here. Aditi, absolutely correct. तो मीडिया बहुत देख रही है, न्यूज बहुत ज्यादा देख रही है, ऐसे मुझे लग रहा है. तू न्यूज देखना बंद कर दे, इसकी जगह पे तू एवेंजर जाके देख, तो ज्यादा बेटर ऑप्शन है. Because news has become more bad in our country as compared to what was some years earlier. When any which ways. So that is it about the features of the earlier three. That is business, profession and employment. कल सुबह 9 बजे के लेक्चर में हम लोग स्टार्ट करेंगे the business objectives. Both the economic and social objectives is what we are going to talk about. And then we'll also be talking about how profit is important for any and every business. We'll meet tomorrow. Till then, bye-bye.